Big story out of the NFL on Friday night. The Dallas Cowboys promoting from within, making Brian Schottenheimer their new head coach. He was the offensive coordinator the last 2 seasons. However, he did not call plays under Mike McCarthy. He did join Dallas in 2022 as a coaching analyst, so promoted twice in the organization. 24 years of coaching experience in the NFL, but this will be his first head coaching job. Cowboys went 7-10 this past season, parted ways with Mike McCarthy after 5 seasons in Dallas. And take a look at what Jerry Jones had to say. How about this? I mean, this is something. This is quite a statement. Brian Schottenheimer is known as a career assistant. He ain't Brian no more. He is now known as the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. How about them Cowboys? Welcome in 2-time Super Bowl champ Bryant McFadden. B-Mac, your reaction here, promoting from within, and in the words of Jerry Jones, he ain't Brian no more.
Well, my reaction, Hakeem, I'm surprised. But then as I think back on it, I'm not surprised. I think with the Dallas Cowboys, you have to expect the unexpected. And their entire mindset with this offseason and how they handled this coaching carousel has been confusing, right? You didn't allow Mike McCarthy to interview with other teams just to let him go days later. That didn't make any sense. So it felt like they never had a plan. And now seeing Brian Schottenheimer promoted as the head coach, I mean, the only thing that makes sense for me, Hakeem, is that the continuity he has established with the quarterback in Dak Prescott. Yes, he was a quarterback coach, so he worked hands-on with Dak Prescott. So that relationship is already in place. But outside of that, he's been a career assistant at best. You know, he's been a play caller. But also, too, he had the offensive coordinator title. But he didn't call plays.
He didn't call plays.
He didn't call plays, so I don't understand how can someone have the OC title when you're not calling plays, but then he gets promoted like he was the play caller. That doesn't make any sense to me either.
The math doesn't math.
It doesn't math. Now, he has called plays throughout his professional career. He's been an OC for 12 seasons when you look at what he did with the Jets, the Rams, St. Louis Rams, and then most recently the Seattle Seahawks. He's called plays, but his time with the Cowboys, he didn't call one play. So just this promotion is confusing, and the only person that knows exactly what's going on with the Dallas Cowboys is Jerry Jones.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like a comfortable move, right? That's what it looks like, because you have the familiarity with Brian Schottenheimer. Dallas offense 6th in points per game, 9th in total yards per game the past 2 seasons. But B-Mac, while the fan base is not going to be too pleased about this, you know, Dallas, they want to splash. I mean, you played against that organization. You know what it's like to play against the Cowboys defensively, and that's what you did. You were a star defensive back. They were 28th in total defense. So I asked Logan Ryan this same question. Are you keeping Mike Zimmer, or are you looking elsewhere?
I would think Brian would keep Mike Zimmer because clearly he understands and knows his resume as a professional coach. He understands what he does defensively. And now just seeing that he is promoted as the head coach, when you look at the timing, I don't know if he can generate the staff that is needed. So me personally, keeping a guy like Coach Zim, who at some point in time was a head coach, I think could really help him in terms of just trying to worry about the offensive side. When you look at young coaches who have taken over organizations over the last few years, they've done a great job in allowing an experienced guy to be another coordinator while they focus on other areas. Sean McVay, you remember when he became the head coach for the Rams, he hired Wade Phillips, an experienced play caller in the National Football League, had experience in calling plays on the defensive side, and he allowed Wade Phillips to kind of get things going, and he just focused, on the offensive side of things. So me personally, Hakeem, it would make sense, I think, just to keep Zimmer, because to your point, there were some issues on the defensive side. But towards the end of the season, they played more inspired football. They tackle well. And just the head coaching experience that he brings with the organization, I think could help a new guy in Brian Schottenheimer in this new role that he currently has.
Yeah, you definitely need some experience, some continuity there. We know Dak Prescott will be back. He missed the final 9 games with a torn hamstring. So Dallas right now, as we head into the NFL draft, some 90 days away from day one of the NFL draft. They have the 12th overall pick. We've seen Ashton Jeanty being slotted there, but we also have Jahad Campbell, the super talented linebacker out of Alabama. Ryan Wilson has him mocked going there with the 12th overall pick. What are you doing there with that draft pick? Because that right there is some huge currency in terms of Brian Schottenheimer getting off on the right foot in his first season as head coach.
Well, you need a playmaker on either side of the football field, and Ashton Jeanty is RB1 for this draft class. But this is a very, very deep running back class, Hakeem. And you can find you great value in the second, third, heck, even the fourth round when you look at how deep this running back class is. So for the Dallas Cowboys, we've talked about their defense. We talked about the issues. Trying to find a playmaker to add to their defense, I think, is the biggest necessity for their team. Now, of course, you don't know exactly how the draft will fall. You might have a playmaker right there in your grasp that you did not expect to be there. Now you got to go pull the trigger. But me personally, I think the running back position is a need for them. It's been that way for quite some time. But when you look at the value, I don't think you need to address the running back area in round one if I'm the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, they can go get my guy Quinshon Judkins a little bit later, right?
No question.
He's a power runner. So we'll see what they do there.
Day 2, day 3 type guys. It's going to be.
I'm with you.
Hey, Trevion Henderson.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a slew of running backs that will be available for the Dallas Cowboys, but they will have their options, no question, and it will be intriguing to see because this will be Brian Schottenheimer's first draft as a head coach, and seeing exactly what he does. I can't wait to see how it plays out.
Well, Ezekiel Elliott had a nice start to his career in Dallas. Maybe Dallas goes and gets another former Ohio State running back. That will be the first order of business for the Dallas Cowboys in the upcoming NFL draft. Again, 90 days away from day one, and what a day it has been for the Dallas Cowboys as they make Brian Schottenheimer their new head coach. Bryant McFadden here on CBS Sports HQ joining us with his reaction to the move. Look, Dallas missed the playoffs this past season, went 7-10. And you knew as soon as Dak got injured, you were like, well, this is going to be a lost season. And it's been a lost season for quite some time. They've made 13 straight playoff appearances without reaching the conference championship game. That's the longest streak in NFL history. Their last conference championship appearance came in 1995. And they are still searching to get there. You see the only longer droughts in the AFC, the Browns and the Dolphins. But the Cowboys looking to revitalize their franchise, and they are making a move to make Brian Schottenheimer their new head coach.